this is the activity store. This is where we keep all the kit. It is locked at the minute, so I'm going to take the lock off and then just going to pull it open and get to the kit. It is locked to keep people from stealing anything or getting stuff lost or damaged. As we go in, there's a light switch. This turns people on. Also, if you're walking around, there's like some slip trips and fall hazards, so you just got to keep an eye out for those. Going through, watching your head, we've got a heater up there to help dry out the kit. We've also got a dehumidifier down here just to take out some of the moisture. I'll be setting up postman's walk, so the first thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get a dry bag. This keeps everything, all the kit, equipment, from getting wet, animal damage or dirty when out on sessions. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is get a bag. The next thing, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to be getting my postman's walk stuff. I know it's postman's walk because it says it up there, and postman's walk is with the brown tape. So first of all, I'm going to get the low stretch rope. I'm going to get 2 of these. You'll know it's from Postman's. It's got a little bit of brown tape at the bottom there. Yeah? I'm going to put that in the bag. And I'm also going to get the other rope and put that in the bag. The next thing I need is the metalwork. On the metalwork, there will be a mayon, a triple action carabiner, steel,
yeah.
a pear-shaped carabiner, screw gate, and also another screw gate, which is an offset B, and a gree one. I'm just going to put that in the bag as well. I'm going to grab the other one and put that one in the bag. Next thing I'll do, I'll just push it down, get all the air out, and then tie it up and clip it shut so it's ready to go. Next thing I'll do is I'll be getting another dry bag. This saves you taking all the stuff in one bag and it being really heavy. In this I'm going to be getting the harnesses. So I'm going to be getting the Petzl 8003 size 1 full body harnesses, which would be the red ones. I'm just going to be getting those, and then I'm going to be putting it in the bag. It's also easier when you have 2 people. And I'll be doing the same with that by wrapping it up and then clipping it so it's ready to go. Before you do that, every activity will need a first aid kit, which will be over here, and a hand ascender. This is like a rescue kit. And on the rescue kit, what you'll have is you'll have the hand ascender, you'll have carabiners, 2 carabiners, and a pulley, and also a spanner to do up the mound. And you're just going to put that in your bags, ready to go. One of the last things we're going to get is the helmets. And with the helmets, they're all the way at the back of the store. We've got 2 sizes. We've got a size 1 and a size 2. And it's all labelled on the boxes what you need. There's 14 helmets in each. I'm just going to get a size 2. My group's got big heads. And we're going to go out. Once we've got all the equipment ready, we're just going to save us from carrying all the equipment. We're going to go out and we're going to go put it in the buggy, which is over there. Okay, so before we start setting up on the activity, Postman's Walk, we're going to be doing a daily visual. So that just means going around making sure everything's safe and suitable for use. So one of the first things is doing the supporting wires. So you've got to come over here, you've got to make sure the yellow sleeves are on, which are these massive things. And then you've got to check the wires, making sure they're straight and correctly tensioned. Then you've got to move down to the swages, the eye bolt, and then the making sure all the bolts are tight on it. Next thing what we would be doing is going over here and making sure that the ground anchor is there and that it is also correctly tensioned. So it's definitely there. Down here, so this is the long one. This helps the participants walking side to side when on the activity. That's why it's a really long one. You just got to make sure, exactly the same with the supporting wires with this, got to make sure everything's there, everything's tight, and there. Also, with the activity of checking, you need to make sure that this is free from any animal damage, any rot, and just basically there still and attached. One of the next things would be just looking up and down the steel girder at the side, making sure there's no big patches of rust or just any sharp bits, because those are where the participants will be climbing. And one of the last things you're going to be doing is checking the floor for any, checking the pathways to make sure they're clear and any dead wood if it's fallen from the trees. Okay, so before we do anything, we need to just be checking the SOP, and this makes sure that you're safe, the participants are safe, and the company itself. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to uncoil the rope like I have, and then just making sure the rope is fit for purpose. We're just going to run our hands through here just to make sure that there is no damage, any bits, cuts, frays, making sure it's not flat in places or swollen. I'm just going to keep on doing this until I've got the end of the rope. This is fun. Okay, and now I've got the end, I'm going to be attaching it to the tracer cord, which will be going up to the shear reduction block up there, up to the trolley. This will help the participants moving side to side whilst on the course. So many knots. Okay, now that I've untied the tracer cord, I'm just going to be tying it onto the rope, so then we'll be able to pull it up and through the trolley, making sure that it's tight so I don't lose it.
Don't lose it.
Making sure this is very tight. Don't want to lose it. Right. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to throw the rope down here, out the way, the participants. Once I've got the other end, I'll just untie it and then get on with putting on the figure of 8. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a figure of 8 on the bite with a stopper for the climber's side. So I'm just going to there's my figure of 8.
Lovely.
And that's my stopper. Okay, I've only got a little loop at the end so then it doesn't get in the way when the climber's clipped in. The next thing I'll do is I will get the Mayon and just attach it on, so then this will then attach onto the attachment point on the harness of the participant. Should we stop that there? Okay, so I've tied a figure of 8 on the bite with another stopper on the ground anchor side with a slightly bigger loop because more things are going to be connected into it. What I'm first going to do with this is I am then going to get the triple action carabiner and then tie a clove hitch in the end of this. And then this is going to be attached to the ground anchor, like so. As you can see, it's going to be moving about for when the climber is up, and the belayers can then move side to side to go along the actual postman's walk. Now that I've done that, I'm going to be getting the off-shaped D carabiner and gree one. I'll be attaching that to the end of this rope, not the climber's rope. I'm just going to be putting it in, so inside the gree one there are pictures to follow that makes it so much easier for you to then add the rope. What we're going to be doing with the carabiner is we're just going to touch it through the handle and then round and then lock it, just so then it doesn't get open. But before you lock it, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be attaching it to the ground anchor side of the rope, so then it floats. Now that I've done that, we've got one more carabiner left. This is going to be going on the participant. This is a pear-shaped carabiner. It's just going to go in and it's going to be attaching to the belay loops of the participant. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to come down and check is the triple action carabiner at the bottom. This is a steel triple action carabiner. This is so it can run along the steel wire without getting worn down as easy. Things to look out for is making sure that the actual gate is shut and won't open by just giving it a little bit of a squeeze check like that, making sure that it definitely snaps back as well. The reason for this is so that it attaches to the climber's rope and the belayer, and it stops the belayer from lifting off the floor if someone falls on the course. Next thing we're going to go and check is the carabiners, the carabiners here. Exactly the same with the bottom one. We've got to make sure that the snap gate goes back, so the gate goes back, it screws up, doesn't get stuck when it gets down to the bottom, and making sure there's no wear or any sharp bits on it. Exactly the same with this carabiner, making sure that it's all okay. With the gree, we got to make sure there's no sharp edges, making sure that when there's tension on this, on the climber's rope, it locks up with the handle going up. Last thing to check on the metalwork is the mayon. You've got to make sure that it screws all the way up and all the way back, and making sure there's no discoloration or rust or anything, any dirt stuck in the actual threads itself. I didn't say anything about the bucket. You need this bucket. So the reason why we're checking the kit is just to keep the participants safe, and that it keeps everyone in the loop if we have a defective bit of kit. With the defective bit of kit, if you are unsure that it is actually defective or unusable, then you will call a senior and they'll come and check it over and double check and take it